I'm not shy about telling people I seek therapy. It's good. It's really great for the soul.
I always thought about going.
Oh, yeah, it shouldn't be a thought. You should be doing it.
You think I should?
Because I don't want people to think that therapy is when you, like, it's a negative connotation. Therapy is to keep you going, you know?
Right.
It's to keep you going and to keep things going and growing and glowing in your life.
Right.
So, you know, a lot of people think that, oh my God, therapy, it's a bad connotation, but it's not. You know, we need that. It's growing and glowing women. We need that in our life.
Heart Note Productions, LLC. Heart Note Productions specialize in high-quality audio and live broadcast, film, and podcasting. Owner Jeremy Hart is an audio engineer striving to excel. His main objective is to continue to move your company in the right direction with great customer service and the attitude to get the job done. For more information, visit www.heartnoteproductions.com. Welcome to Ladies Room Live. I'm your host, Chanel Kisa. And, of course, we have Applemania Bradford here. Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
Great. Feeling great.
You got a long list of titles. You are a working woman. I like it.
Yes, most definitely. Have to.
So tell me, how do you balance everything from being a wife, from being a mother, from being an educator, from being a student, from having a nonprofit and giving back? Like, where should we start?
It's a lot. It really is a lot. And what I like to tell people is that I'm not a perfectionist at balance. It's an everyday learning type of thing. I don't need a handbook or anything. It's just experience. And for me, it's about making time for things important in my life. I know that I'm a wife. I know that I'm a mother, educator, and a CEO. So I just have to balance that to make it all work. And thankfully, it gets done.
Yeah?
Yes.
So, like, since we're talking about balance, like, what is something that you incorporate in your life to keep you on track, to keep you balanced? Like, do you have a calendar?
Yes.
Do you plan a weekly agenda, a daily agenda? Because I know it's a lot. Your son is 7 years old. You've been married for 5 years. Like, how are you creating that family dynamic, but also being, on top of the game with your career?
So sure, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a calendar person, but I set alarms and I use my notes in my Apple app to help me just stay organized and on top of things. I do have a lot going on, but I realize that when I'm at work, it's all about work.
Yeah.
When I clock out at 3 o'clock, that's it. I go home to my family. It's about my family. It's about my nonprofit, and it's also about me. I'm a big component and advocate of self-care. So that time is about me, and it's just cutting things off when it needs to be.
Self-care is really big.
It is very important.
It's really, really big. What are some things that you do to self-care?
So for me, I really embarked on a self-care thing and started this summer. My life kind of went a little left. Went a little left. And I mean, that's life. Life happens. So I needed to understand that, okay, Apples, you're doing so much, that balance. It was just really, it was getting the best of me, honestly. I would be remiss if I didn't share that. I don't want people to think that I'm a perfectionist at being balanced. I mean, it's just life, things happen. So for me, it was about making sure that I was in tune with myself. So I started going to therapy. I started working out more. I got a trainer. Meditation was really big for me, and just woosah, taking that moment to really woosah, because I did have a lot going on. So self-care is the best care, and I make sure that I'm doing that daily. Even if it's just taking a moment, I have an app that's called Headspace. Even if it's just taking that moment on Headspace and just really just taking deep breaths in and out.
Just to regroup and stuff?
Just to regroup, reconnect. Right now I'm resetting, so I'm not on my personal social medias because that can take a toll and it can kind of throw off the balance of everything that I got going on. So I'm resetting right now.
It taps in your creativity a lot.
It really does. It really does.
You find yourself sharing things creatively that you need to be honing in and really just kind of like building up. I like to say like the creative parts of me is like my closest connection with God.
Yes, absolutely.
And when I'm not really like, being selfish to myself, it lacks because I'm giving too much out. But speaking on therapy, we know therapy is like, it's known right now for in the Black community, Black people really was always shying away from it. But now in the day and age we live in right now, Black people are more so seeking therapy. So what has therapy helped you with?
Oh, for me, therapy has literally helped me, set life goals. Again, I am a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a doctoral candidate, I'm an educator, and I'm a CEO. So
Which is a lot, girl.
It is a lot.
Hands up to you. Kudos to you to that.
My therapist has helped me set life goals and put things down and in perspective and realistically setting attainable goals. Like, okay, Apples, this is too much. You can't write chapters 1 through 3 in 3 weeks. So what are you going to do? Take baby steps. Set short-term goals. So she's really been very helpful for me.
How did you find her?
I found
her. How did you find her? And what did you know that like, okay, I need to seek a therapist at this point?
So it was last fall when I was had first started my research classes for my doctoral, and I went for my physical therapy appointment, my annual physical, and my doctor was like, "You have severe anxiety right now. So I want you to start doing some therapy." And she referred me to my therapist. And I started seeing her in December. And I try to see her like once a month, But when I'm feeling myself like,
flustered.
Oh God, I have to go more than once a month. But it's really helpful. It's good. And I speak on it to everyone. I'm not shy about telling people I seek therapy. It's good. It's really great for the soul.
I always thought about going.
Oh, yeah, it shouldn't be a thought. You should be doing it.
You think I should?
Because I don't want people to think that therapy is when you, it's a negative connotation. Therapy is to keep you going,
Right.
It's to keep you going and to keep things going and growing and glowing in your life.
Right.
So, a lot of people think that, oh, my God, therapy, it's a bad connotation, but it's not. We need that. It's growing and glowing women. We need that in our life.
See, I know that like the busier I get, the more flustered I get. And especially when, I have to, have all these different energies in my area, in my space. And I am the type of person that whatever kind of energy comes into my space, I gravitate, like I take that energy in, you know?
Sure.
So I've thought about it. I went to therapy once. It was a great experience. But now just being in Atlanta, it's just like the more busier I get, the more I know I need an outlet to talk to that don't know anything about me that I can go in and be like, all right, I know you're not coming from a judge place.
You need to lay on the couch, sis. You need to lay on the couch.
That's what it's called.
Yes, you need to lay on the
Cry,
couch.
scream, whatever. But something that's helped me, which you touched on, was like going to the gym. Like I cry in the gym. I release anger in the gym. Just so much, know? So when I first started working out, for me, it was about having that nice body.
Yeah.
Wanting to look good when I take all my clothes off.
Yeah.
Or I'm getting ready to be in a bikini, Hot girl summer just passed and everybody wanted to be sexy. But then like once I got in, it just totally changed. Yeah. It was more about my lifestyle and my mind. So,
therapeutic.
It's great that you have like that rejuvenation process in your life.
Oh, absolutely.
So let's touch into this business part.
Yes.
Let's touch into the education part. Like, you having a 7-year-old son and then also like being an educator, like how do you keep that balance and still like not bring the teacher home to him, but also making sure like he stays on top? That's what I want to know.
So I have a hard time not, crossing the lines. I am considered a mommy teacher. And my mother is always saying, please, he's not in school. Just give him a rest. I'm literally always on him because I want the best for him. And I'm a teacher, so I deal with children every day from low socioeconomic, statuses and environments. And I want my child to know that, listen, in order to get what you want in this world, you have to work hard for it. So yes, I'm hard on him, but at the same time, I want him to be able to appreciate it when he grows older. And, yes, my mom was an educator and she didn't slack on me, but I do give him that balance and say, okay, because I'm like, okay, let's get to the homework. Let's get to the reading. Let's get to it. And sometimes and this is all honestly, and this is a transparent moment, I have to take a step back because I am very hard on him. And I just have to take a moment, take a step back, regroup, just like I do in any other area of my life, and just say, hey, Apples, he is 7 years old. He is in the first grade. Give it a rest. He's not in college. So I want to keep him encouraged and motivated to go to college. And if you ask my son where he's going to college, he will tell you Florida A&M University. So I want to keep him motivated.
We're both rattlers.
Absolutely, FAMU mate. So I want to keep him motivated. So yes, I have to sometimes really, have some leverage there and not be mommy teacher all the time. But I am mommy teacher.
So if he grows up and decides that he doesn't want to go to FAMU or even an HBCU.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Yeah.
I just can't accept that. I can't accept that. I mean, I support him, but right now we just all FAMU.
FAMU.
I'm sorry, yeah.
There's a lot of people within our area because we're from the Tampa Bay,
Central Florida
area, that are just kind of like generational FAMU
rattlers.
Like I went to FAMU. So this baby is going to go to FAMU. When that baby grows up, that baby has a baby, that baby is going to go to FAMU. It's like no thought in your mind for it to go anywhere else. You just really grow up in the culture of like going to homecoming, going to the Florida Classic, and just, bleeding that orange and green. So I understand where you come from, and I understand like how you feel about it because it is a great school and so many great people come out of it.
Oh, absolutely. And not only that, but his dad, my husband, he graduated from FAMU too. And speaking of FAMU, we just left homecoming, and it was just a great time, especially bringing our son there so he can see our roots and, college that paved the way for us, where we met. And so it was a memorable experience for us to, make sure that our child gets that experience. Hey, he was so happy about homecoming, telling all his friends and his teacher, I'm going to homecoming. You know what he told me? He said, Mommy, you need to hurry up and get a substitute because you're not going to be here Friday. We're leaving for homecoming. So he was just excited as I was. And to see him so excited about it, and when he got there, he was so excited. It was just a really great feeling. It really was.
It sounds like it's a great feeling. It's something I want now. I want that now. So let's dive into like being like into mommyhood, into wifehood, Like how is it like having a 7-year-old and also being just a wife outside of everything you have going on?
There's no manual for it. It's just a trial and error. That's exactly what it is. It's about communication as a mother and as a wife. It's about balance, having that balance. It's about me time, and they understand I'm not cooking tonight. I told them they're going to have to fend for themselves tonight. I'm not doing that, and be okay with it. And that's what my therapist taught. She taught me to walk away from some things. It's okay to walk away. As a mother, as a mother and a wife, I take on a lot of roles, just in my own little household. And I have to tell the boys, look, it's about me right now. So you guys are going to have to figure it out. But like I said, there's no manual to this. It's not as easy as it looks. But hey, we make it. We make it work.
And you make it work look good. I see all of your Facebook pictures and stuff, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing in this day and age to see two Black young couples have a Black son, and then just to be raising them right.
Yes, we're trying our best. Our marriage is not perfect. It really isn't. We had
name a perfect marriage.
I don't know.
So you don't even have to state that your marriage isn't perfect. It's good.
It's good, and we're thankful, and we're making it work.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So since we touched on FAMU, let's swing back into FAMU because that's what made you an educator.
Yes, absolutely. FAMU paved the way for me to be an educator. Just going to FAMU and having that rapport with my professors and keeping me motivated and inspired within the program, it's just really taught me a lot of things, life skills more importantly. Because I must say, like, the things that I do in my classroom, I can't necessarily say that I learned that particularly at FAMU.
Yeah.
But the life skills FAMU equipped me with has helped me and shaped me into the educator that I am today.
Life skills that you learn in Tallahassee, period, from going to FAM, it's just like essential.
It is very essential.
I am so grateful for that.
I am.
Because I don't think that I mean, I couldn't say if I went to another school, but I know that like I definitely didn't have that going.
Girl.
I definitely didn't achieve. I did not achieve, but I definitely didn't. Get life skills like I got at FAMU, being a student there anywhere else in my life.
Yeah.
And I do see that like other people, no shade thrown,
No.
but they don't have those same like values that I cherish that I got from college. Yeah. That I got from college, like being proud to be Black.
Oh, I agree.
Being proud to be Black and knowing that there's so many different types of Black people, not just financial levels of Black people, but different kinds of Black people, and being really okay with it. You know, that's what really FAMU opened my eyes to.
So same here. So I'm just excited about FAMU and it paving the way for my career, my opportunities. And at FAMU, we built so many relationships and so many connections, not just with our professors, but I mean, look at me and you.
Yeah.
Life after college, we're still connected. So it just built so many connections for me. And I'm excited about that and the family that I have right here in Atlanta to support like my school initiatives. On Friday, I just implemented Community Helper Day. That's an event that I implemented back in maybe 2012 at my former school, and I brought it to my new school because I'm in a new school this year. And I implemented it at my new school, and I had family to come and support the event like they do every year. We had marketing people from the braids. We had master hairstylists. We had bankers. We had pharmacists, and they all graduated from FAMU. So that connection, that family connection, let me be clear, has really helped me and shaped my career and supported me in my career thus far here in Atlanta.
And even with your students, I think it's also very important for
to introduce them
to be a child and seeing what you can possibly be.
Yes.
Because I know growing up, I knew the general, a doctor, a lawyer, and things of that sort.
Yes.
So when it was time for me to go to college, I had to pick things in that sort. And sometimes, like, we're taught not to pick things that you're probably not going to really make that much money in. Because
that's true.
Who wants to struggle, you know? So since we did say that, teachers are known to be underpaid.
Yeah.
So has that made you go back to school and actually get a higher education because of that? And how do you feel about, just being an educator of the world and not being, able to really like benefit off of that financially?
Oh, that's a great question. I'm glad that you asked that. So for me, it's about the passion. It's definitely not about the pay in my career. As you said, teachers, we are the lowest paid salary here, and we should be getting pretty much paid higher than
way higher
any other occupation because we're the reasons they're
there. Yeah.
Right. So it's kind of backwards. But however, I make great money. I make good money for what I do. And again, it's not about the money. It's about the passion. Fortunately, I am degreed. I'm Black and I'm degreed. So I have degrees and experience to carry me a long way and to make sure that I'm living comfortably. So, again, it's not a lot of money, but for me, it's really about the passion and just my experience and being able to capitalize not only on my career, but things out, like me being a CEO of a nonprofit, bringing teachers together. And it's about me empowering within my four walls of my classrooms, but outside of my four walls as well. And that's a big pillar of Teacher Bay, empowering beyond the classroom. So there's other ways that teachers make money. They have their own, we call it teacherpreneurship. They have their own little, side hustles that they do. I have a lot of teacher friends that have their bloggers. They have their businesses where they, they're making T-shirts and all sorts of things. They're realtors. I mean, you name it.
Because you do have time. You have that weekend off, and then
we
you have that summers.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
And
with
it's not a paid summer. Let's just be clear, because people are jealous of us because they think we're on a paid summer vacation. That's not true.
But it gives you time just to like actually go on vacation and be with your son.
Oh yeah,
and,
absolutely.
Do great things like that.
Yes, sure.
So since we did touch on Teacher Bay, I know that one of the main reasons why you started it because teachers needed support within each other. And teachers also needed support with coming into the education field, knowing how to like move up as well as how to aid their students.
Yes.
So what has Teacher Bay done for your career for creating that for other teachers like yourself?
Oh, it's just been just blessings since the official start of Teacher Bay, which was this spring. It's opened many doors for us to empower beyond our classroom, so other teachers can see what balance really looks like. Oh, these teachers was just teaching earlier. They just posted a picture of them in the classroom. Now they're out, having a great time, living life, letting their hair down in a non-judgment area setting. So it's really been empowering. It's been inspiring. I've received so much great positive feedback about it. And to the point where, women are reaching out to me globally asking, well, can we start a chapter in California or South Florida? And right now I really want to nurture it here.
Yeah.
I want to nurture it here in Metro Atlanta, and then eventually it would be global. It would be global.
So how do you answer those questions? Like, we're coming there soon.
Yeah, and
it's not there.
Right now, just continue to follow our socials for updates. Right now, we're just trying to nurture it here in Metro Atlanta, but we do plan on expanding. So just, staying in touch and seeing how you can be a part virtually.
So is it going to be something that's going to kind of you're going to have chapters in different locations, similar to a sorority, since it's only for women?
Someone has asked me, a few people have asked me.
Because you have like the shirts and they're so cute.
Yeah, so Teacher Bay Inc. is membership only. It would be a membership only type of thing. I don't want it, it's ran like a business. I don't want it to look, and it has to, it has the foundation.
Everything is run like a business.
Right.
You got to run your individual self like a business.
So it does have things of that nature, but we want to unite women. We want to unite educators within our very own career and, empower beyond our classrooms. And we do want this to be globally. So we will have, eventually, if the Lord's willing, we will have different places or globally locations that Teacher Bay will be to be a part, for other teachers to be a part of.
I like it. I like it. So you being a doctoral candidate.
Yes.
So what does that look like?
Oh, God, it looks like a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of stress, but I can see the light now, Chanel. Like, at first I was like, God, but I can literally see the light. As a doctoral candidate, it has taught me so much about having patience and, just really staying steadfast in what I do. And that's pretty much my goals. When I think about me getting a doctorate, when I was at FAM getting my master's, I would have never said, I'm going back to get my doctorate. But for me, I'm looking at the long term. I want my son to go to FAMU without having student loans. I want to eventually build my own kindergarten university. I want to take Teacher Bay to another place. And with my doctorate, it's going to afford me different
That just made
marketing.
my soul happy when you said me that.
Yes, it's going to afford me opportunities for all of these things to take place. So, yes, it's hard. If it was easy, you would be Dr. Chanel. He would be Dr. So-and-so. That Instagram viewer would be Dr. Instagram viewer, and so on. It's not an easy task.
Everybody would do it if it was easy.
Everybody would do it, but it's for the determined person, the people that, really want to embark on newer opportunities within their career. So I'm excited about it. Right now I'm working on my first 3 chapters. That's the prospectus. It has been tedious, but I'm getting it done.
And that's all that matters.
Yes.
That is it.
In fact, I have to have a meeting with my one of my chair committee people next week.
About
the life. They want to know the timeline, how am I doing, and all that great stuff.
Well, you're going to get it done.
Yeah.
I have faith in you.
Yeah.
And you're very passionate about it.
Yeah.
And it really is going in line. Like, it seems like you're really flowing.
It is.
You know how you feel like something is off. Like, I'm not really. And then, like, when you're in flow, like, I really do feel like I'm really, really in flow.
Yeah.
And then when people tell you, like, and you're like,
yeah, it's affirmation.
Yeah, it's just like a reminder, like,
this is
not a reminder, confirmation that
this is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Okay, they're affirming the alignment of what's supposed to happen right now.
I see it, and you guys always see
so
it
it's
too.
supposed to be like
it's
this.
supposed to be right where it is.
That's so true. So that's how I feel.
That's great.
Yes.
So what is the next 5 years look like? You'll be Dr. Applemania Bradford.
Mm-hmm. Teacher Bay will definitely be globally. Hopefully you see us on Ellen DeGeneres. She loves teachers. I would love for Teacher Bay to be featured on her platform. We have so much more to give to the world, and I think Ellen would help us get
catapult.
Yes. Yeah. Maybe possibly Gregory would be a big brother.
Oh, I like that.
And hopefully,
You want another boy, a little girl?
I want a little girl.
I want you to have a little girl.
I want a little girl.
You're tired of being the only girl in the house?
Girl, but I like being a queen.
But you want a princess.
Throne, but I want me a little mini-me. I do.
That's cute.
Yeah, and just, lots of other, I like to put things together, and I don't know. So Teacher Bay is more than, like I tell people, it is more than a hashtag.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle. It's a movement.
I also see that Teacher Bay go on trips.
Oh, yes. We love
You ain't touched on that.
Oh, yeah.
You go on trips. It's like the unwind part of the nonprofit organization for the teachers.
Yeah, so that's how Teacher Bay, that's how it originally started.
Yeah.
We were on a fall break. Teachers get all these breaks.
Yeah.
We were on, and people complain that we get these breaks. But anyways, that's a tangent. We were on a fall break back in 2016. And I said, girls, let's go to LA. We need to let our hair down. We need to be in a comfortable setting where it's just us, and we're bonding in a non-traditional way.
Right.
And we're also giving back. We had a chance to give back to a low socioeconomic area where they were building new homes for, students in need. So we were excited about that, and we continued the trip. So Teacher Bay will definitely be about empowering beyond our classrooms, but also taking trips to show that, to unite teachers.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Yes. Excited about it. Okay, so Teacher Bay, Inc. Balanced and Educated, it's a nonprofit organization that focuses on uniting women together globally, as well as empowering beyond our classrooms, while it's showing balance in our careers, our home, and our social lives. We have 4 pillars that we focus on, and it's like the KISS, M, mentorship to rookie teachers, U, unifying teachers within our career, A, bringing awareness to self and self-care, and H, helping our communities thrive. So we've done so much throughout the summer because, as you know, teachers are out in the summer. So we've done so much to give back to our communities and help our communities thrive. Next year, we're going to be bigger and bolder, and we want to really hone into our mentorship program and do some other things, plan a big, lavish, of course, trip, because that's how it all started. And, for Self-Care Awareness Month in September, we did a lot in our community on social media. We had a lot going on. So, the blessings have been overflowing, and we're excited. And 2020 is clear vision for Teacher Bay, Inc.
Nice. So I know that you started Teacher Bay a couple years ago, but I know it just became a nonprofit.
Yes.
At what point did you know, let me make this a nonprofit?
Well, actually, I pray about everything. God brought it to me in a vision, and he was like, okay, this is definitely going to be bigger than a classroom thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be bigger than a classroom thing. So, how are we going to capitalize on this? How are we going to really unite women globally in our careers? What are we going to do?
Unite women globally. You see that?
Yeah. So it had to be a nonprofit, charitable, and educate. It's about charitable and education advancement as well. So it had to be a nonprofit and corporation.
So I read in an article that was a write-up that was written about you in a publication, and it said that, you stated that it was at a point where you was experiencing, you wasn't getting support from administration when you to do certain things, and parents wasn't even supporting their children. So in situations like that, when you go so hard just at the level you are at as a teacher, and also being a parent, how do you nurture your kids to be better students when you don't take them home every day?
Oh, yeah. So that's a part of me. I mean, my kids, even they get so confused. Mrs. Bradford, for me, in order to create, it's about building rapport and relationships with children. In order for them to learn, they have to like you.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I want to treat my children like I would want somebody to treat my son in their classroom. So for me, it's about nurturing the whole child, not academically, but emotionally as well. That's a really big component of my career as a teacher.
How do you not take these kids home?
Well, because, boo, listen.
Especially the ones that are not in the best family situation.
Well, I just do what I can do in those 8 hours academically and emotionally and socially, the whole child. And take my break, do what I have to do, and get back right at it, So you have to draw the line, As cute as they are, they're in kindergarten. You know, they have their own families to go home. I do what I do in my classroom, and it is definitely, I can see the light. They're growing and they're glowing, and I'm excited about their growth.
As the years went on, it
As
has
the
gotten
years-
better.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it's still our career. We have a lot of ups. We have a lot of downs. We have a lot of ups too. You just got to make it what it is. And if you go in your classroom and you're just always negative, then only negative is going to come out of it. So you got to see the green light. I do things that intrinsically make me happy and more passionate about my career. So things that, you know, my kids would cherish for a lifetime.
Nice, nice. So going back into all the stuff that you do to give back, you gave back to FAMU, to the students within themselves. Let's talk about that. This past homecoming.
So we celebrated, and when I say we, our class, incoming freshman class of 2004, we celebrated our 15-year reunion. So not only was I able to give back on the behalf of my class, we raised over $90,000 in scholarship endowment funds, but I also wanted to give back on the behalf of my nonprofit organization. So when I was at Florida A&M University, I was a part of the cheerleading organization, and it meant so much to me to go back home, my foundation that helped pave the way of my career as it is now. It meant so much for me to go home and give back. So I was able to give back and pour into the cheerleading program at FAMU. My coaches are still coaching. 14 years later, they're still there. And it was so important for me to go back and, you know, give back to a deserving FAMU cheerleader. It also helped me, you know, I was like, okay, I want to start a wave with other FAMU alumni cheerleaders. I want this to be a wave. I want this to be a movement.
Like I do it, now you do it as you leave.
And we're going to continue to do it with the Alumni Cheer Association. So, I mean, when I cheered, we didn't have anyone really pouring into us and giving back. Cheerleaders don't get scholarships. We don't get book scholarships. We get per diem, well, back in my day, and according to them now, they don't. So that was a great, intrinsically rewarding thing for me to do. It was important for me to do, and that's all a part of Teacher Bay, is giving back and helping our communities thrive. FAMU means so much to me, and as I said, all of the organizations that I was a part of, having those relationships with my coaches, them teaching me, equipping me with lifelong skills, it was very important for me to go back home, FAMU, and give back.
But don't you already feel like you at home? Because in Atlanta, there's so many FAMU people.
So many
It's like you graduate and you move to FAM. You move to Atlanta.
This is the Rattler headquarters, I like to call it.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The headquarters for sure, because this is where you come, you make your money. It's like, what should we call this? Like the headquarters, but I don't know. We even have there's this thing called Be Out Day. That's done in Tallahassee, but this is the only. Well, they do it in New York. They have something like that in New York.
And it's in Orlando. So everybody's coming along with their own little alumni association. They also have a FAMU alumni association. They have a few here, plus Family of Friends. There's the Atlanta family group me. We all stay connected there. So there's a lot of things in a lot of ways we can give back and pour into our college and
stay connected.
Stay connected right here in Metro Atlanta.
I may not be the best FAMU person, but I went. I met Apples. It was a great experience.
It was magic.
I need to be somebody that just come together with other people that I went to college with as well, and network with them, put them on this platform, and not even just this platform, but just connect with them, help each other out, because that's what.
Help each other thrive.
Help each other thrive, because I definitely think that's one key component that you get from attending a college, whatever you are. It's about the networking. Sometimes you may not even learn much.
But it's about that relationship and that network.
You're right.
Family taught us.
So thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
I feel like I learned so much about you, and I'm so happy for the viewers to be able to experience you in itself. For me, looking at you and even knowing you and even being able to even learn about you and expose the viewers to you, you are definitely a woman that has a total package.
Thank you.
You're on top of your career. You have a great career. You're about to be Dr. Applemania Bradford. That's in the making.
Yes,
you're a wife. You're a mother to your son, and you got a daughter on the way. We're going to speak that into
speaking
that into existence. You travel. You have a nonprofit. You give back. And, I know you get millions of questions like, how do you do it? Because for a woman, especially just for a woman, let's not even put culture or race in it.
Mm-hmm.
I go back and forth in my head trying to design this thing in my mind of having it all. And you have it all. So how?
Girl, I don't, that's a lot of pressure. I mean, you know, it's really a blessing, and I don't really claim the fame to have it all, but I see what you're saying and the light that you're saying it in, and I
You being humble, girl.
that.
You got it all.
And so it's by God's grace, and that's what I'll say, and I'm very proud to say that it is literally by God's grace.
And you live in God's grace every day.
I definitely do.
All right.
Yes.
Thanks so much, Applemania Bradford. Please let the viewers know where they can find you.
So thank you guys for tuning in. You can follow me, my nonprofit, on Instagram and Facebook at Teacher Bay. That is Teacher BAEINC, Teacher Bay Inc. Our website is currently under construction, but if you continue to follow our socials, you'll be in for a treat with updates coming soon.
Do you have the link for your social media? I mean, for your website
Yes,
already? So what is the link?
www.teacherbayinc.com.
Nice. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you again
Love
for having
you.
me, sis.
No problem.
I appreciate it.
Drake soon.
Yes.
Invite me to the FAMU days.
Oh,
okay?
yes.
Put
No,
me in the group
seriously.
me.
I
Put
got
me in the
you.
group me.
Are you going to be social? I got you covered, sis.
I'm
Don't worry.
getting
You don't have to
there. I'm getting there.
I'll make
yeah,
sure.
I'm gonna be social.
I'll make sure. We're working on a brunch right now.
All right, I'll
so
definitely come.
I'll let you know.
And you know what? When you go to like FAMU events, it's always that one person that goes to all the FAMU events
Girl.
that you're like, I don't know you. She's like, cause I ain't go there, but I've been there. I know all y'all.
Right, and it's usually
I should have went to FAM.
Right, it's usually hey boo for me because I usually don't remember names. Faces, yes.
Yeah.
But we're all family, so what does it matter?
It doesn't. It doesn't at all.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
Thank you.